I try to understand root cause of this herdsmen crisis. They are murdering everybody, Governor Dauda speaks. On the 29th of May 2024, the governor of Zamfara State, Dauda Lawal, during an interview with Premium Times while reacting to the current security challenges in Zamfara State, revealed that he tried to understand the root cause of the herdsmen crisis in the state because they were murdering everybody, including their fellow herdsmen that were actually rich. According to Premium Times, the governor of Zamfara State, Dauda Lawal, said it is a $1 million question. Like I always say, if you speak about Boko Haram, I can understand the fighting for a religious cause. If you speak against the Niger Delta, they're fighting for economic development. But in my case, I still try to understand the root cause of this herdsmen crisis, because if you look the way this whole crisis is going on, they are murdering everybody, including their fellow herdsmen that are rich. And sometimes they go on sporadic attacks and attack women in villagers that are also trying to survive. So I begin to wonder what exactly are the issue that we understand. That only if we understand the issue, then we'll begin to address the issue. Governor Dauda Lawal emphasized that as the governor of Zamfara State, he had the responsibility to protect the lives and properties of over 6 million people of the state, and he was ready to provide whatever assistance towards the progress and development of the state in terms of primary health care, schools, water, and many more. He also added that the reason that was made difficult for his administration is to bring an end to the security challenges facing the state was because some of the bandits were in the bush and they were scattered in all parts of the state. Alright. One legend said let them live in the jungle with their cattle as they are more concerned about. Don't bother them or they will terrorize you. They don't care for school, borehole, houses, hospital or roads. When they started the murdering back in 2015, it were Christians that were murdering and they told the people there they were actually fighting. Alright, when they started the murderers back in 2015, it was Christian that they were murdering and they told the people that they were fighting jihad against Christianity, and you people, the Muslims, celebrate them and accommodated them, not knowing that they will later turn the barrel of a gun against you people too. If it is only Christians that are still facing the murders alone, none of you Muslims would have stood up to complain. Let us suffer it together. After all, the Fulani are also Muslims. This is not funny. You are a hypocrite. Are all the herders Muslims? I am sure you are from the Middle Belt. You know all this. Okay. The only way you can reduce this smellish, useless, and beastful herders is for the whole country to stop the consumption of beef. If nobody buys their cows, the cow business will come to an end and they will go into farming to survive. Then you will see that attacks on farmers and community will be reduced. But let me tell you, they have no monopoly of violence. Engage all the youth, the able elders in securing your territories. Don't wait for the government to protect you all. Protect yourselves. Hideyeram. The real cause is bad governance. If those of you in authority can retrace your steps and run an all-inclusive government, all murders will stop like a dream. But if the president, senators, rep members, governors, assembly members, while borrowing more and making the government feel like there is no hope for them, ever be ready for more bloodshed, because more groups deadly than the ones you're seeing will soon spring up. You are the only person who has seen things the way they are. Tell the truth, and the truth will set you free. Someone you people supported said he will make Nigeria ungovernable if he doesn't win, and you are still asking questions. Theirs too is economy related. They feel entitled to all lands and freely access to it. They want no resistance at all. Even their tax gets them income as they rob in the process. Ranching will restrict the movement of these herdsmen. Cow rearing business will be expensive, but the cost can be transferred to consumers. It is unreasonable to expect to do business at the expense of others' lives and properties. At one point, but is it not better to transfer the cost to the consumer than the debt that they're already transferring? Mr. Governor, these unprovoked murders have nothing to do with the grazing route or the much taunted herders of Farmer Clash. but it is sheer criminality and unrelenting campaign by manly Fulanis to grab and occupy particular territories belonging to Hausa indigenous Nigerians. It is a grand agenda orchestrated to systematically exploit the shared cultural, religious, and political sentiments of the North to thereby frustrate decisive, all-out war on the tribal militia. They will not stop murdering up. See, I don't understand. This man came out and is saying he's still trying to understand. So you're still trying to understand and the murders are going on. You have to try to understand it too. Look for ways. Open your eyes, okay? Open your eyes very well. When you people were campaigning, you came out and said you are going to deliver this. Now, you're coming out to tell us that you cannot understand. So with all due respect, how can a sitting governor say he doesn't know the cause of a persistent and perennial problem bedevouring the state? Why then did you get elected if not that you have a clearer vision of issues and solutions to them? God will bless you. In fact, one crate of beer for if they drink beer. If not they drink beer, one crate of malt. Yourself, listen to this thing now. But you came outside and you campaigned. This is one of what you campaigned with. You came outside to say, oh, may they no worry. You could give them good governance. And all of a sudden, you are there. You're coming to tell them super story that you don't know within the cause them. Find what is causing it. Find out, and not just find out. Find also the solutions as well. So all this one is coming out to say super story of the century. You see why I say somebody can come out and say all the right things. Then when it comes to government, the person cannot do anything. Yes. Continue to ask questions. You have never heard of St. Jets loading gold and taking off from the bush in this country. I am too sure you'll never talk about it when you eventually see it. So now let me give you people this. Let me give you people the angle where this fight is coming from. Okay. Now I heard when a group of people were discussing on hushed tones. I know we'll talk about this group of people today, but then they discuss on hush and say, you see this thing going on in the north that they're saying they're fighting for where? That you know the amount of gold being transported out of this country. And when I heard it, I'm like, I also heard somewhere else where people talked about wood, the money people make from wood, those trees that were cut down and all of that is another means of income to Nigeria, but it go to just so few people pocket. So the so-called fight in the northeast na say then they mine something. Then they cause, now follow the cause problem. Because make we they continue to listen to these people, they do like say we don't know everything they go on. And maybe we continue to deceive ourselves by attacking each other instead of aligning together to solve our problems. So right on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time. Enjoy.